So once again, I'm back, dear fans and subscribers. As said, there is some problem going on in this broadcast. The first one which I did, I didn't. I'm sorry about it. Things which are beyond my control. And so now I'm going to go on to the next broadcast. And right now, I'm going to do a preview of the Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, which I was talking about. Again, well, there seems to be some problems once again, but well, so Pakistan versus Sri Lanka, the preview, as I said, they are going to play for records. There is no doubt about it, and one has to wait and watch because for Pakistan, the problem happens to be the opening combination, but this will be some good preparation for them ahead of the World T20. So whichever team wins, it would definitely help them no matter what. And Pakistan's problems stem from the fact in this Asia Cup that their opening combination has not been working. Now that is something that they have to definitely repair before the T20 World Cup because they got Shahjil Khan, but he has not been able to be in the same form as what he has found in the PSL. But for Pakistan, the middle order has been coming along very well. I mean, what has happened is in this Asia Cup, we have seen that Pakistan's pressures have been compounded because the opening starts have not been given, thus adding pressure on the middle order. But the middle order, I think, Sarfraz Ahmed, Umar Akmal and Shoaib Malik have done a decent job as far as their team is concerned. But now it's all about the opening combination to click. Ahmad Wazim could play tomorrow with Shahid Afridi sitting out. And the pace bowling Wahab Riaz, who has not looked a bit off color in this Asia Cup, which has been a sort of another weak link for Pakistan. And Mohammad Amir has been the best thing to happen for Pakistan in this Asia Cup. And what a way he has! The way he is absolutely world class. There's no doubt about it. And it's a breath of fresh air as far as world cricket is concerned to see Mohammad Amir back in cricket action. As far as Sri Lanka are concerned, their problems happen to be that they are definitely rebuilding, so one can definitely excuse them. But still, we have seen that for them also the problem. Dinesh Chandimal has been doing a very good job, I thought, in the Asia Cup. Dilshan has been struggling a bit here. Shanja Surya has been coming up with some knocks, but they have not been able to notch up a big one. Chamara Kapagadra with his strokes has been good, but again, there's more expected there. And tomorrow, Lasith Malinga is not going to play because one does not want to risk Lasith Malinga as the T20 World Cup is drawing close. Melinda Shrivardhana, they have Dasun Shanaka, the big hitter of the ball, and probably Dasun Shanaka. I reckon that tomorrow, if he gets an opportunity which is tailor-made for him, I won't be surprised if Dasun Shanaka goes after the Pakistan bowlers. It'll be interesting to see because nothing to lose now for both the teams. Tisra Pereira, Nuan Kulishekara, the all-rounders, Sanga Heret, Dushmanta Chamira. So the weather forecast is also pretty good, and so I think we are going to have a nice little contest going on. But again, for the records, but nevertheless, it should be something which is going to be gripping. Now, the next preview that I'm going to do, as I said, Australia are in South Africa right now, and Australia are going to play T20 matches. And this is a preview of the Australia versus South Africa match, which is coming up tomorrow, the first T20, which is going to be played at the Kingsmead in Durban. And I'm also told that in preparation, both the teams in preparation for the T20 World Cup, which is coming in India, has probably told the groundsman over there at Kingsmead to prepare a sort of a subcontinental type of pitch, where probably spin would play an important role, as they reckon that when they go to India, they are going to be faced with lots of turning pitches. So in that case, so it will be interesting to see as to how Australia and South Africa shape up tomorrow. This is going to be played at Kingsmead in Durban. For South Africa, they are on a roll, no doubt about it. They have done a good job. They have also beaten India, they have beaten England, and they are looking pretty good. And another good thing for South Africa is that Dale Steyn, after being out of South African cricket for quite a long time due to injury, is finally back. So that is going to greatly strengthen this South African team, no doubt about it. And so South Africa will have, and all the batsmen from South Africa, if you look, they are in some great form. Hashim Amla is in good nick. AB de Villiers is in good nick. Duplessis is getting on there. He's the captain of the T20 team. Dumini is another one which South Africa, I reckon Dumini will have a sort of a role to play, but Dumini will be definitely be under pressure because he couldn't score runs against England, and whether he can actually turn it around tomorrow against Australia, that remains to be seen. And always South Africa Australian contest have been something which has been a very, very mouth-watering contest. David Miller, who is definitely a tonker, but definitely didn't do much against England. So that is something that David Miller expected to. They have really Rosu, who is a very talented bloke. Chris Morris, who has already made the headlines, the IPL $1 million kid, he has already made headlines, and now Chris Morris definitely has a value, and Australia will be aware that Chris Morris was the one who took them into the, who was the one who was instrumental in getting England, getting South Africa the 3-2 victory in the One Day Internationals, as you would remember. So Chris Morris is someone who definitely has a lot of value now. And then they have David Weiss, who is also a very good hitter of the ball, but definitely he's quite a capable guy, and he can also chip in with the bowling there. And then the pace attack, Dale Steyn and Kagiso Rabada, I think will form an awesome combination. And then Imran Tahir, the leg spinner, who is there to really give it a tweak. And Imran Tahir has improved a lot, one could say. We saw that what he did against England, and he could be another vital cog, and especially considering that tomorrow South Africa are going to prepare a subcontinental trip here in Kingsmead. I'm sure Imran Tahir would be licking his lips, and this would be a very good test for Imran Tahir, because he knows that when they go to India, they would be encountering a lot of subcontinent. In India, they're going to they can expect some turning pitches, and that's in right preparation, according to me. And as far as Australia are concerned, they are also in some very good form, no doubt about it. They have given a beating to New Zealand, as you remember, and then the opening slot, Usman Khawaja is in some good touch, and Usman Khawaja is also another one. He can actually get on with the game in such a fine fashion that he can reel off cricketing strokes, and he can still get that scoreboard moving. And he would be in the company of Shane Watson as opener. Stephen Smith would be leading the side, and Stephen Smith, we all know what a good contributor he is. And then David Warner will be. So there will be a change now. We have seen that the Aaron Finch is not there in the team because of injury. He is also missing the T20 World Cup, as you know. So David Warner will be coming in at number 2, and then they have some very good all-rounders, some solid all-rounders in the form of Glenn Maxwell, James Faulkner, Mitchell Marsh. I think the Australian all-rounders cupboard is absolutely full here. Look at that lineup: Glenn Maxwell, James Faulkner, Mitchell Marsh, and then Peter Neville, the wicket-keeper. And then the pace bowling would be in the hands of Josh Hazelwood and probably John Hastings, who did a good job against England. And then the spin would be in the hands, and I'm told Adam Zampa has got a stomach bug, so it could mean an Ashton Agar T20 debut. But all in all, it should be a good contest, and be interesting to see as to what pitch is in store for Australia and South Africa. That would be pretty interesting to watch. Well, so the first T20 coming up tomorrow between South Africa and Australia at the Kingsmead Stadium in Durban. Now, before I go, I would like to say that the ICC T20 World Cup warm-up matches have begun today. It was the first warm-up match which was played between Ireland and Hong Kong, and Hong Kong were restricted to 120/7 of their 20 overs by Ireland, with Chapman, their mainstay, making an unbeaten 64 of 53 balls with 7 fours and 1 6, and Isaac Khan was the other one who made 18 of 17 balls, and Isaac Khan was the other one who actually reached double figures, not out on 13. And as far as the bowling was concerned, the wickets were taken by Murtagh, Max Sorensen, one for Rankin, who's back in the Ireland team, and one for 9 for Andy McBride. As far as Ireland were concerned, they totally tore apart the Hong Kong bowling attack to shreds, one could say, because it was the openers Wayne Porterfield and Andre Balbuni completing the formalities with a very, very punishing partnership of 122 for the first wicket, with Porterfield, the captain, contributing not out on 75 of 36 deliveries, 10 fours and 4 sixes. Andy Balbini was not out on 47 of 38 balls, 5 fours and 1 6. Match over. As I said, the first warm-up match, which was played between Hong Kong and Ireland. Ireland smashing the Hong Kong bowling to shreds there, and that was it. So this was the first match of the T20. This was the first warm-up match in the T20 World Cup, and it was a crushing victory for Ireland, a smashing victory for Ireland, one could say, over Hong Kong. Well, dear friends and subscribers, I'm going to end this cricket show. Unfortunately, I think I know you might be experiencing some background noises or whatever echoes. This is something that I have no control over. This is probably the website problem, but I have carried my broadcast along just for you, dear friends and subscribers, as you all like it. That's it from me, your host Ram, for this great show. Tomorrow you'll be seeing me on a Friday, talking to you about the Pakistan-Sri Lanka game, and also the Australia versus South Africa, the first T20 match, which is coming up tomorrow at Kingsmead in Durban.